Hi, my name is Chaitanya. I will be providing trainings to people on Python, Python Fullstack, and data science for the last 10 years. And I will be starting a data science course training for my next batch very soon. So, in this session, I am just going to explain or I'm just going to discuss about what is data science and what is this course about and where these skill sets are being used and what are the different concepts we are going to learn in data science and what are the different career options or different roles, job roles you are eligible for the day once you learn this course data science, the course structure, etc., etc. Okay, so let us start. So yeah, this is my simple agenda of this session, and I'm introducing the trainer. So I am the trainer who is going to teach you about this data science topics, and my name is Chaitanya, and I'm a postgraduate from IIT Roorkee, having 20 years of experience in my IT non-IT sector. And right now, I'm working as a senior data scientist. I am a generative AI expert. Generative AI projects I'll be generally working on. I have trained almost 300 job aspirants or students so far in my 10 years of training career. This is very brief about me. Okay, so let's go to the session quickly. Okay, so many people having a small confusion or misunderstanding about so what is data science. So, what is the data science? So, here many people are having these words: artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and data science. People thinks all are the same, but no, they are related each other, but they are not the same actually. Okay, so now let us see what is the difference between these words and terminologies and what is what exactly. So, machine learning is for starting with the machine learning. Machine learning is something where we are going to develop the models, train the models with the data, a huge data, whatever is required for training each and every model. And once the training of the model is completed, model will be used for predicting the future, what is going to happen next, or what is going to happen if something is going to happen like this. So that is concepts of machine learning. And machine learning is not at all related to any computer science subjects. It's totally a different subject. Totally different subject. There is no computer science background is required at all. It's totally different subject. Then in then many people have a question like why Python learning in that case? There are a lot of mathematical calculation that we need to perform while training this any model and etc. And different algorithms are there, and each and every algorithm is involving a lot of mathematics, lot of mathematical calculations involved. And all those calculations you cannot do manually with a pen and paper. So by any some programming language help is required to perform this with so many of numeric and scientific calculations. And for that, we choose Python programming language, which is going to help us to do all the numerical and scientific programming calculations, what we generally perform while training the model, understanding the algorithms, and fine tuning the algorithms, and etc. etc. Of course, there is one more programming language is there, R. So there are only two options available for us. Don't think Java can do all these things. So .NET can do all these. No, Java, .NET, all these things cannot do all these numerical and scientific programming calculations. There is very deep and very extensive, huge numerical scientific programming calculations involved here. Java is not suitable for it. Only Python or R are suitable. Of course, out of these two, Python is most popular. Hence, everyone is using Python in their data science projects or machine learning or deep learning projects. So, but the concept is what are the concepts we are learning in the machine learning is totally different from the computer science. It's not at all related. And there is so much of theory, like in order fitting, war fitting, classification task, regression models, classification models, so much of like different models called decision trees, random forest, support vector missions, linear regression model, etc. etc. These are all nothing related to computer science. And whatever is the concepts we learn in the machine learning, deep learning is a bit advanced when compared to the machine learning. So there is one more new topic introduced here: neural networks, artificial neural networks, dense neural networks, recurring neural networks, Convolutional neural networks, fully convolutional neural. So there are so many different type of neural networks available, and all these neural networks are we are learning in the deep learning subject. It's a separate subject, but the basic concepts whatever we learnt in the machine learning, the same basic concepts useful here also. On the top of the basic concepts, the deep learning has built a new topic called neural networks, and we are going to build the neural networks also here for building any models or customized models and etc. And both these, the purpose of the machine learning and deep learning is we have to build the models and train them and use them for predictions and pattern identifications and so many purposes. And this is what we call is artificial intelligence. The machine learning concepts, deep learning concepts, together what we call is artificial intelligence, AI. Of course, AI, we have a lot of different sectors where we are going to, if we are going to use AI for images or videos, like reading the images and learning from the images and predicting the new images, whatever is there in the images, or same thing is happening for videos. And what we said, the subject is called computer vision. The same thing, if you're going to learn from the text and predicting the text and extracting the dynamic extraction of the data from the text, this is called generative AI. So there is some different subject. If you are going to predicting or learning from the some time based informations like shares and cryptos and cryptocurrencies, all these things, there's a time series is one more TS what we say. So some different topics are there. Each we are going to be different of where you want to go. You want to be expert in the generative AI, or you are going to expert in the computer vision. You are going to expert in the time series. You can choose your subsequent topic and explore more there and learn more there and become expert there. And each and every segment is having their own applications or business projects. Computer vision, like Tesla cars. So this is Tesla cars. We are going to use the computer vision related artificial intelligence. In case of any like emails extraction, like text extractions and text manipulations and text identifications and patterns and check text feature predictions, everything generate way. Everything based on the text. If everything based upon the time series, like now this is the value, immediate next second this is the value, like shares values are keep on going up and down, and we are going to predicting what is the this share value for the next 1 hour. Yes, time series is the only option for you, AI in the time series. So of course here this is what the AI, what we call is data science is including the AI. But in data science we are going to do a lot of data processing. So, for example, for every model, we need a lot of uh, data which is being used to train the models. From where the data is coming, our project client is going to provide the data for us, and that data is we cannot use it to train the model as is. That is just a raw data. You have to do so much of processing, like cleaning the data, cleaning it, transform it, wrangle it, and remove the outlier removals, novelty detections, so much of things we need to perform on the data. Finally, doing all these steps to make the data in such a way that this data is suitable for the final data is finally obtained data is suitable for training the model. The raw data, whatever is provided by the client, this data is not at all suitable for training the models. I have to just transform this zigzag data into a very clean, neat, and pure data. Pure data means there are no mistakes in the data. Every data is perfect, clean, and correct, and everything. Such data only we have to use it for training the models. Then only model is going to gain some knowledge from this data. The step involved here is the data processing, all these things also involved in the data science. And sometimes this data is not in a present in one database. So client says, hey, so my data is 80% of the data is present in Oracle database, and 10% is present in one of the Excel file, and also 15% is present, sorry, another 10% is present in, for example, in JSON file, some except something. So in that case, you need to extract the data from the DB, you need to extract the data from the Excel file, you need data from the JSON file, and you need to consolidate it, after then process it, and cleaning, transforming, wrangling, outlier detections, removing outliers, and finding the missing values. You have to fill up with the missing values. So much. Finally, you need to get the clean, neat, and simple and perfect data. And such data, we are going to use it for model training. This is my model. I cannot use this data directly to train my models, because if I just use this data is not suitable for training the model. Simple. So these are the two, three, four different words we generally hear, but these are the differences actually. They're not all exactly the same. They are related, but they are different. So the simple concepts, like in case of machine learning, we are going to discuss about the very basic fundamental kind of supervised learning, super unsupervised learning, and also like overfitting, underfitting, learning curves, different simple models called linear regressions, logistic regression, softmax regression, support vector missions, decision trees, random forest, etc., etc. So much of things are there. These are all the fundamentals of the machine learning, and these machine learning concepts will become the fundamentals for the deep learning concepts. In deep learning, the new concept called neural networks is involved, and each and every neural network is for special purpose. Convolution neural networks are used for computer vision. Recursive neural networks is used for time series, etc., etc. ANN is used for normal machine learning models. So, these each and every concept is built on the top of this machine learning models. The machine learning concepts, what is the theoretical concept you learn? That concepts we are going to use it for the deep learning too. Clear? Okay, so this is the main difference. And what is data science? So data science, you can think like, so it's a science where we generally going to build some models and train them and use those models for prediction. For the training of the models, we have to use a lot of data, and all the data processing techniques also involved in the data science. We have to learn how that we have to capture the data, how we need to process the data, how we need to build the models, how we need to train the models with the processed data, how we are going to test the models, how we are going to use the models for future predictions. All these things are involved in one science. That is, science is called data science. In a very simple layman language. In a very simple layman language. Okay. So now the question is, okay, since you're saying, I'm saying that there is a lot of data, one to train one model, I need at least one to 10 millions of data. From where this 10 millions of data is coming, or maybe 5 million, 6 millions. 5 millions means 50 lakhs of data. From where this data is coming up? Is the data is really available? Yes, of course it is really available, because the internet has been started in the world so many decades back. Decades back. Some 6, 7, 8 decades back actually. From there, so much of websites, everyone is posting the information in the internets, and every company is maintaining their own data. For example, you take some Amazon website. Amazon website. What is Amazon website? Amazon is going to be a platform where the people are going to sell their products and people are going to buy the products. How many years the Amazon is almost going to run for last 20 years of time. In this last 20 years of time, let us say Amazon is already having their own website, and each and every customer registered in the website. Each and every product seller also registered themselves. They are going to mention what is the products they are selling, how many customers are purchasing many products, what is the different areas, different cities, countries, everything is available. So for the last 20 years, Amazon website is maintaining their data in data centers. It's a very huge, billions of data, that is actually billions of data. If Amazon wants to develop one AI model for their business, what Amazon will do? Simply going to provide their data, and hey, this is my raw data. Billions of data is available. So this is my AI model. I need it from you. You please develop it and train it so that I can able to use it. And these billions of data, we are going to process it and clean it and transform it, and in such a way which can be used for training a model. This is my model. Let us say I built one model and train it using this processed data from this billions of data, And once my model is tested fine, then I can able to give this model to Amazon. Hey, Amazon, I have developed this model. I trained it very well. I tested it also. Model is working very fine. You start using this model. This model is going to predict something in your business as per your needs. So you don't need to worry about the data. Data is already there because lot of data is available for each and every actions. Any business they want to do some AI implementation in their business, the business is maintaining a lot of data for the so many past years actually. So there is no question about the data. I already mentioned the purpose of the data science is once the model, we have to build a model and train the model with the processed data. And the model is after model can able to use the model for making the predictions, what is going to happen in the future. If you provide some data as an input for this model, the trained model, data can able to analyze what is the patterns. Pattern means, for example, I have a blog website, and I'm going to write some stories in the blog, and many people are fans for me who are going to write my stories very well. If I have like all each and every my reader is registered in my website, blog website. If I'm going to write give such a data to my model can able to give me some interesting patterns. Let us say how many uh, gent or maybe male readers which are who are interested in like comic websites, comic stories. How many male readers who are interested in the comic stories? How many female city based female readers which are interested in science fiction movies? So all these patterns my trained model can able to identify. So based upon that actually, for example, I am going to release one science fiction movie, science fiction story basically. What is the best time for me to release? The publish in my website is when the city females are generally free, generally during the evening time, because city females also going to work generally. So evening time like 6 p.m. after 6 p.m. generally they have some free time, maybe yes, after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. So if I want to publish my new science fiction story, the best time for me is after 8 p.m. on any day, maybe Sunday, Saturday, obviously. Because many of my readers in the science fiction movies are from city area, the two females actually. So depends upon that, I can able to make some decisions in my business. And by taking the correct decisions, I can able to improve my business too. So much of things, uses of this data science actually. You can able to make the predictions, identify the patterns, and based upon the identified patterns I can be able to make my decisions for my business. So in such a way I can able to improve my business, I can increase my revenue, etc, etc. Increase the efficiency also, because if one person like four persons together doing a one task in like let's say 10 hours, one AI model can able to perform the same task in let us say 1 hour. So the efficiency of the task, the productivity of the task is increased. So the task, many tasks can be completed within the 10 hours. So I don't need to multiple people. So only one AI mission, one time cost is sufficient for me. So much of benefits actually for this data science. So how the data science is going to work? As I already mentioned, first collecting the data. Data is not always present may not be always present in a single place. Sometimes DB, sometimes Excel sheet, sometimes JSON, etc. We're going to capture all the data, collect the data, and consolidate them and process them. Neat data, very neat data. Process them very clean and neat and pure, and use this data for you have to build one model, and use this cleaned data and process data for training the model. After then, test the model, test it. If the testing is not good, then you can able to retrain it with some more iterations of the training. And also you can able to change the model, of course, if this model is not enough to an enough capacity to get the knowledge from this data, you can able to use some different model and train it. Or if the training time is not sufficient, you can able to increase the training time, means you can able to do like two more three more iterations of the training. What happens if you just read one book? Can you remember each and every point of the book? Not possible, right? What we'll do, we say make them same book enable revision 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times to remember each and every concept of the book, to understand each and every concept of the book. So means you are making some revisions. You're also retraining the model with the same data multiple times. Is going to improve the knowledge of the model, obviously. Final testing. So if there is some still the accuracy you want to improve it a little bit, you can able to fine tune the model. Fine tuning. Once the model is fine tuned, everything looks good, then you can able to use the model for predictions or patterns identifications and insights or whatever it is. This is how the simple data science project life cycle. Capture the data and consolidate it, process it, build the model, train it, test it, and then use it. Simple. This is a very simple model, but so cycle is very simple, but each and every step in the cycle is very, very tough actually. Okay. So these are the different modules we are going to learn in this data science course. The core Python, the Python is necessary because to perform all these actions like consolidating the data and processing the data and training the models, building the models, everything, there is one programming language help is required. So we are going to use Python. Then you may assume that okay, why can't we use Java? Java is not suitable here because Java is not having any libraries or any supporting scientific calculations to perform deep and very huge calculations. Python is supported for that, as Python is the only option. Or the other option is R. R is one more programming language, but Python is very popular, hence we are using Python. Regular expressions is one more small topic that we need to learn if we are going to learn the data science, because that is going to play a very vital role in the data science projects. Regular expressions. After then, data libraries, which are going to helpful for processing all the data, cleaning the data, all scientific calculations like NumPy library, numerical Python library, pandas library, which are going to helpful for processing the data, cleaning the data, transforming the data, wrangling the data. So much of actions you can able to perform with the data using the pandas library. Because and after then the mathematics, each and every model is having some algorithms like testing algorithms or not testing, and validation algorithms and training algorithms, inference algorithms. Each and every algorithm involves a lot of mathematics in the inside it. So you need to understand that few important topics called linear algebra, statistics, I can say stats, and differential calculus, etc. You don't need to be master in these topics, but you should have some basic idea about what is this linear algebra. Up to what extent we need on these topics for the data science, we are going to discuss only that extent on these topics. You don't want to be a master and PhD on these topics for the data science projects. You don't need it, but the having the simple and better understanding is definitely required to understand the different models present in the machine learning and deep learning. And machine learning, there are so many of theoretical concepts in the machine learning, theoretical concepts, model buildings, model trainings, and model evaluations, and different procedures for evaluations. Totally different subject, not at all related. You never heard this subject so far in your life. And deep learning, that is also one more subject you need to learn it upon this one, deep learning. And I am also going to provide the generative AI overview, because generative AI itself is again a big topic and which is going to take some 3 to 3.5 months of time. So this course itself is going to consume almost 6.5 months nearly. So adding 3 months is going to be like 6.5 plus three, like 9.5 months. So don't want to be course that much of length. So generative AI here, I'm going to give you just a overview. So what is the generative AI, where we are going to use it, what are the different components, how it is going to work, what are the different applications, etc., etc. Everything we are going to discuss as a overview of the generative AI in this course. These are the modules in this data science course. And I think I don't need to tell actually. I think many of you already know the data science market. It's a very huge market, very, very huge market. If we go to any sector, health sector, any sector, the need of the data science, artificial intelligence is very huge. Everyone is running behind the artificial intelligence now. It's like Chat GPT. I think already you know the Tesla cars, how popular they are. Tesla and Chat GPT. So these are all the wonderful examples of the data science or artificial intelligence. And I don't need to, I think I'm sure I don't need to tell you again because you already know the data science current market. The market is very huge. And in this course, we are going to explain, we're going to product giving you opportunity on work on one mini project on the Python subject, one mini project on the regular expressions, and two mini project on the machine learning, and one complete real-time project on the data science. So this mini project's purpose is to get some simple and good amount of requirement that you can able to understand the requirement and write the code based upon all the topics whatever you learned on the specific subject. That helps you to understand in building the understanding skills of the requirement, writing the code or building the logic of the requirements, etc., etc. And if you complete this major project, then I am sure you are going to get a good knowledge of 2 years, 2 to 2.5 years of experience person, how much the person is gaining the knowledge. That knowledge you are going to gain from this complete real-time project, major project also. This is not like simple dummy project. It's some very good project that you need to learn it. You have to attempt this project also at the end of the course so that you can able to get almost 2 to 2.5 years of knowledge. How much knowledge you are going to gain from there in office, they are going to get the same knowledge from here also. It's very, very, very useful for your data science knowledge. So these are like so many sectors like insurance sector. Yes, again, data science is being used. Real estate, energy sector, healthcare. This is also very costliest one of the manufacturing down sector. Also, there's so many places where we are going to use this artificial intelligence. So there is no other segment is exception to this data science or artificial intelligence. Every sector nowadays are trying to use the artificial intelligence because they want to minimize the cost. They want to take their effective decisions to improve their business. They want to identify the future of their business or revenue or whatever it is. Every sector, there is no exception to this artificial intelligence usage. Of course, these are the very big brands which you already know right now. So Amazon is using, Netflix is using. For example, if you watch one movie in the Netflix, you can see, hey, Netflix is suggesting you watch this movie number one, movie number two, movie number three. How Netflix is recommending these movies to you. Netflix says, hey, you may like this movie number one, 97 percentage. Movie two, like 86 percentage. Movie three, like 72 percentage. How Netflix is suggesting these things to you based upon one movie you watch in the Netflix. What Netflix understand is based upon movie suggested, like maybe you watch 10 movies. There's a different type of 10 movies. So each and every Netflix is going to identify the patterns of the movies, whatever you watch in the Netflix on your account. Based upon the movies you watch in the Netflix, Netflix is going to suggest you, hey, based upon the 10 movies you watched in the Netflix, I am sure you are going to like this movie one, movie two, movie three. Movie one, I am sure you are going to like 97 percentage because you watched almost many movies. Something looks like a movie number one, like genres, science fiction genre, comic genre, or like love genre, whatever it is. Based upon the movies you watched, the genre of the movies, or director of the movies, or maybe hero actors, actresses of the movies, everything they are going to decide it, getting some pattern of the movies, whatever you watched it, and deciding it is going to extract, okay, what are the similar movies, something in the Netflix. Extract them and showing them as a suggestions to you. You watch this movie, I'm sure you are going to love it. Amazon also same. If you purchase one product, it is going to predict, suggesting you, hey, purchase this product also plus another product two, because many people who purchase the product number one purchase the product two also, because it's a tendency, it's a pattern what Amazon is identifying. Like this, yeah, all these very big and master companies are using the data science and artificial intelligence nowadays. So for different business reasons. I think you know already how Google is famous, how Instagram is famous, how Facebook is famous. So everyone, all these master companies are using the artificial intelligence in their products. Once you learn the course, actually a data science course, so these are the different job roles you are eligible actually. Data scientist, of course, machine learning engineer, where you can able to utilize your machine learning skills only. For this, deep learning skills is not required. Only machine learning is sufficient. Data engineer, you're processing, used to process the data, like extracting the data, consolidating the data, cleaning it, and transforming it, processing it. And AML research scientist, so there you can able to build your own models, not using any public models, building your own models with your own mathematics, with your own costing functions, with your own training algorithms, with your own prediction algorithms, etc. And train the models for many, many years, etc. These are like AML research analyst scientist. Deep learning engineer, like ML engineer, we have DL engineer also, like data analyst, you are analyzing the data, identifying the patterns present in the data, etc., etc. Of course, business intelligence analysts. So these are like less popular, but these are very popular. Data scientist and yeah, research scientist and data deep learning engineer, ML engineer, etc. Very popular roles where the salary pay of these jobs also very high at this moment. Very, very high. Okay. So this is my course structure. We are just going to provide each and every class is a live class, and every class will be recorded, and the recording of every class will be shared to you over the Google Drive. I have one drive and where I am going to create one folder per course and all the recordings. If there are some 1 to 180 classes are happened for this course, 180 recordings you can able to see. Not only recordings, whatever is the code we have written on that day on that class, the code also I'm going to share on daily class basis. Assignments we are going to provide on each and every topic wise. We have a lot of assignments, and these assignments programs are like 2 line programs, 3 line programs, and 4 lines programs, and etc., etc. Okay, and these are very quickly help you to understand the practice of the coding. Okay, so the syntax of the coding and how to write the different statement and etc. From the third week onwards, we are going to conduct you some weekly test, and every week Saturday you'll be having one weekly test that you need to attempt it. In this weekly test, you are going to get a very good hands-on knowledge on the each and every week-wise subject whatever we covered. For example, in this week, we are just going to cover this, let us say, linear regression, some other regression models, and you can able to just providing one weekly test on this linear regression and some different models. Whatever we covered in the course for that week. Some real-time projects like one major project. Mini projects also we're going to provide on the subject wise. Python, one mini project, regular expressions, one mini project, and machine learning, 2 mini projects, etc. etc. Some interview questions, FAQs also we're going to provide. A lot of materials I'm going to provide because that material is prepared by me. With my hands I prepared those material. I am sure you can't able to get such a material everywhere, anywhere. So these are all this course structure. Okay. And yeah, that's all. If you still have any questions, feel free to call us on this number, or you can also WhatsApp message on this number. We are going to respond to your queries. You can also mail us your queries on the python.trainer.helper@gmail.com. We are going to respond to your mails as soon as possible. If you want to register for the course, go to the website www.mypythontrainer.com. There you can see a lot of courses available like Python, Python full stack, data science. You can check for what is the each and every course start date, demo, and the duration of the course, class timings, and etc. etc. And simply register for the course. Register course and enroll for it so that you can able to join the classes after that. So for registration of the course, go to this website, explore the courses, see all the courses available in the website, and simply just enroll for it and join the classes. Okay? Yeah. Thank you very much.